Backlog. How was your week there, Quintessence?
Oh, well, we had the big Tekken patch, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
was not amazing. But
No?
some characters were big winners, some characters are big losers, and other characters are left to rot. You know, that's just kind of how Tekken works now these days. And one of my characters was a big winner. Woo!
Oh, man.
So
It seemed like both your characters were.
suck it, Lydia. Suck it, Geese.
Both characters I start playing get nerfed.
But other than practicing Tekken stuff, it was Path of Exile because Lake of Kalandra started, and I kind of hate it. But you know, that's a long topic that I could spend probably an entire podcast talking about.
Hey, man, we have an entire podcast, so we got a lot of time to fill today. So feel free.
You'll fall asleep.
I won't. I'll just have to ask a lot of questions. That's all.
No, seriously, I got a lot to say.
Really? Like what?
Not even joking.
All right.
Well, okay, so it seems like behind the scenes they ended up shifting a lot of like drop rate things, because I'll kill a rare monster before and I would get multiple loot drops. Now I kill a rare monster and I get nothing, and the monster's harder. So basically we just keep getting nerfed, and the monsters keep getting buffed, and the item drops keep getting nerfed, and it just keeps getting more grindy and more grindy and more grindy.
You know, that sounds like you ever heard of the Predator? What's the name of that game? The Predator Hunting Grounds or something? I think it might be
I've heard of it. I've never played it though.
It's like the 5-player game where one person plays as the Predator and like 4 people play as. So in that game, there's a lot of glitches, and basically they kept buffing the Predator. So eventually, you just like he would just like jump down and maul your team. And there really wasn't much you could do about it. So it like at one point there was so many bugs, and the Predator was so strong that it was like there was no point in playing it. You just might as well just wait till the next patch. And Jim, there was like a lot of people nerfed. Your best bet is to look up some patch notes here and try to figure out. There's
so true.
Very, very very comprehensive. Yeah, a lot of people say that Predator Hunting Grounds. It's actually very fun. I like Predator Hunting Grounds. It was good at first, and but the balancing at first was very wild because the people hunting the Predator were very strong, and then the Predator was very strong. And
here's a good example of the shit I'm talking about with Path of Exile.
Okay.
That video right there I just sent you. It's just a little teeny clip. It's like 3 seconds long.
Here, I hope this is
it's
muted.
some of the stuff that can happen to you in Path of Exile.
Here, let me pull up a screen here, and we can show everybody what's going on.
I have heard the general consensus is that Predator Hunting Grounds was not good. I saw a little bit of gameplay of it. I'm like, wow, this looks super jank and really not fun.
I personally really enjoyed it. At first, that being the key word, at first. See if I can center this to. There we go.
Blink and you'll miss it though.
Yeah, here we go. Angie, we actually have that on the docket today. Anyway, yeah, here, we'll...
Run it.
I'm running it.
Running it.
Dude, bro, what was that? What is happening here? Did somebody just die instantly?
Yeah, basically. So... that's an example of a rare mob that has multiple slightly dangerous abilities, and stat bonuses.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
it looks like he just like got death touched. Yeah, it's very fast.
Yeah, you just gets run over. Like just
basically
it's like a 3-second clip. And 2 seconds of it are them throwing an ability because they know the enemy's coming, and then the enemy's just runs them right over.
Yeah. So were they throwing everything they had at him, or they were just trying to get rid of weapons so they didn't lose them or items?
Well, what their build was is a trapper. So they throw out those little traps that you saw, those little objects, and then those explode when enemies run over them. But in this case, the monster charged so fast that the traps didn't have time to arm after being placed down, and it just killed him and didn't even touch the traps.
Play that again really quick. Here, I'm gonna full screen this guy.
It's rough, but you know, that's just kind of what happens sometimes.
It's just how it be.
See, like he's throwing down the little triangles, and
yeah. Here,
the enemy moves past it so fast that the triangles didn't have time to arm to deal damage.
Oh, okay. Wow, it looked like it looked like something happened out of an anime.
And then boom.
Yeah. All right, let me point this at the article really quick so we know where.
It's funny. But that's about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, my week's just been Tekken and Path of Exile. That's it.
Yeah, man. I you know what? That the patch has been really weird.
Yeah, it has.
Patch.
Like.
Sorry about that.
Some of the changes are just wacky. Akuma got literally no nerfs.
Akuma has been great in every single game he's ever been in.
Not no nerfs, right? But like Demon Flip 3 or whatever doesn't counter hit launch anymore. Oh no. But you're left at like plus 20, so who cares?
Right.
I don't know. Dumb.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I think I don't really prefer the wall bounce. I don't think it has a whole lot of points to it.
The wall crush, like they bump up against it and like kneel kind of, that one.
Yeah, because some characters can't even combo off of that. I don't know if anyone can.
It's not meant to be a combo tool. The wall crush, it's plus guard. So your massive plus frames, and basically you just get like a free mix up usually. Instead of an actual like combo. Yeah.
So the wall is even scarier now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
some characters can just do some unethical shit at the wall now.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm kind of mid on it. I don't know. I think we need to play it a bit more. But my biggest issue is some characters got like unusable wall crush moves, and other characters just like won the jackpot.
Yeah. Well,
like Fangs is really good, for example.
If I had the choice, they replaced Geese's like counter hit down forward 2. I would rather keep the counter hit, down forward 2 over like changing it to like a wall bounce property.
Of course you would.
Yeah, because it's like more usable, and I mean also they got rid of his like sidestep 3, which is great because like if you're mashing, then I get a free combo off of that. But that is pretty. It's also
they
very
trimmed
cheap.
Some power from them.
Yeah,
they trimmed some of the more egregious things, like the down forward 2 and the sidestep.
Yeah, I mean, I think the choice it was definitely interesting, but I think I would have been perfectly happy if they didn't patch it altogether. I think I would have been happy.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like that Leo finally got buffs.
Oh yeah.
So I'm probably biased on that one.
I do think some characters needed some buffs for sure. I mean, but I just don't know why in the very last patch of a game you'd be like, you know what, this needs wall bounce.
I don't think it's the last patch. Because it's weird that they went from 4 point whatever to 5 point whatever.
Yeah.
Because usually they only move the numbers when it symbolizes a new season.
Right. Do you also happen to have the Discord on by chance?
What do you mean? I have your Discord up.
Do you have it muted? No,
What
I'm
do you
sorry. I'm
mean?
sorry. Do you have the stream on in the background?
Yeah.
Is it muted?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
because
always muted.
I was gonna say that for some reason I'm hearing like a little bit of feedback here. Anyway, man. So
Oh, they're definitely working on Tekken 8.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, and Jim, I think that's the whole point is they're basically they're like, yo, here's a little distraction. Go play some
Yo.
Tekken 8. Don't worry about it. We're working on it.
Ignore those Street Fighter 6 trailers.
Yeah, don't
I
worry
know
about
they're
Street Fighter
really
6.
fucking amazing, but ignore those.
Don't
Be
play.
loyal to Tekken.
Don't worry about that Street Fighter
Kazuya's
6.
face. Tekken 8.
Here's Kazuya's face. Don't play Tekken or don't play Street Fighter. We
Right?
like it. This is a good game. We promise. Anyway, man, my week was pretty all right. I think most of it was playing Tekken also. Damn, there was like some other stuff, dude. I saw Dragon Ball, Superhero. Oh, I gotta close the door real quick.
Dragon Ball Superhero. Gohan the movie with Piccolo.
Which is great because it's actually they somehow accomplish the ability to have a Dragon Ball movie where you don't necessarily need to see the other stuff to watch it. So you can I can kind of recommend it to anybody, and they do a decent job at bringing people up to speed on what's going on.
Oh, well, that's interesting at least.
Yeah, man.
So it takes place after Tournament of Power?
Yes, it takes place
And then
after the Broly movie. Yeah, it takes place after Broly.
Okay.
So that's the weird part about Dragon Ball right now. Is that right now there are 3 canons. There are three storylines in Dragon Ball.
What?
I don't know if you know this.
Where are we getting a third?
So there's the movie canon. There's the movie storyline. There's the Dragon Ball Super TV show, and then there's the manga. All of them are different different storylines.
Yeah, but aren't the movies literally just canon?
No.
This time around? I thought they were.
No, because Broly hasn't been okay. So damn, why is it? This is so annoying. Why am I getting the feedback? So no, it's not because the TV show hasn't caught up to the manga or the movies. So the Broly movie isn't in the TV show, nor is it in the manga. The manga hasn't been made a movie or a TV show. So it's like both the movie and the manga are ahead of the TV show, but have focused on different things each. So nobody knows what the actual TV show is going to bring into. Like, the manga doesn't have anything from the past 2 movies. So it's kind of confusing. Am I
No, it's
Am I making sense? What's
well,
up, Tommy?
Usually Dragon Ball movies are just non-canon. That's just how it works. So I guess they just continued that trend.
So what I can say though is with the TV show, the TV show makes it so. I mean, it depends on what you consider canon, really. Like, are you going to be old school and say the manga's canon? Because the manga does everything in Super a little bit differently, but it does that like. The Super manga does everything differently from the TV show, but it does it intentionally so that you have a reason to read the manga. Like,
in this
has
case,
like a little differently.
The anime came before the manga,
Yeah.
so I would say that the anime would be the canon, technically.
Yeah.
Over the manga.
The Battle of Gods movie is different though than what they did in the TV show.
Yeah,
So
Battle of Gods and Resurrection F were
different.
oddities in the Dragon Ball like normal movie thing, where they were
Yeah.
actually canon like startups kind of to test the waters for, hey, do people still like Dragon Ball Z?
Well,
Turns
yeah.
out they do.
Well, I mean, I think Battle of Gods is actually considered a Dragon Ball Z movie. It's not a super movie because
Yeah,
because what is it? Battle of Gods is the start of Super,
yeah,
where
it is.
because it's like, yo, and what from what I know is that Akira Toriyama is like, yo, I can't let the last piece of media out be Dragon Ball Evolution. I'm not shitting. This is literally the reason why Super exists. He's like, I can't let the last piece of media about Dragon Ball be Dragon Ball Evolution, so I'm gonna make Dragon Ball Super. I'm gonna make the Battle of Gods. So he
More
basically
power to him.
he made Dragon Ball Battle of Gods to wipe the taste of Dragon Ball Evolution out your mouth. Like,
That's good.
it's
Thank you. I needed
I
that.
I watched it, dude. I was so fucking excited. I was like, "Oh my god, they made a new Dragon Ball movie!" And I was like, I remember I sat down and I watched it, and I got really excited because they were making new stuff.
Yo.
But yeah,
Whoa, does Super Saiyan God actually exist? Oh my god.
whoa,
What?
it's a little more. But again, of course, like in all Dragon Ball things, it's always like, well, that's really convenient, you know.
Yeah.
You need six
Yeah.
Saiyans, but we don't have a six Saiyan.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, so I'm just curious to see what they're gonna do with all these
Yeah.
like new arcs and movies. How are they gonna put it all together? When because the rumor is Dragon Ball right now, Dragon Ball Super is going to they're going to continue it. They're going to have like Super 2 or whatever. Because
Sure, why not?
the Tournament of Power was like supposedly the last arc of the anime.
Man, what if they do Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F again, and they just like, oh, here's Super 2, but the first two parts of it are just gonna be rehashes of movies you've already seen.
See, that's what people are wondering. Well, okay, so one thing I can say is Super Superhero looks like it takes place after where the manga is. So they do this intentionally.
So does Vegeta have his new form?
No, and they do this. They do it very they do this very smart. Okay, because if anybody
write 'em out.
really real quick, guys, if anybody cares, this is like a minor spoiler to the
Holy shit.
movie. Okay,
Close your ears.
so
Say yourselves.
in the movie, they intentionally have Goku and Vegeta face each other, but Whis says, "Hey, you guys can face each other, but no forms. You just have to fight base form." So you see how they like skip over that, like
kind of pranked. All right, yeah, I get it.
yeah. Though it does.
Oh, does Goku actually have mastered Ultra Instinct?
Who knows? And well, I mean that's the thing. Is like Vegeta doesn't. It doesn't fight. Like Broly's there. He doesn't fight either.
Does Vegeta have the biggest ego? Who knows?
Yeah. Right. Also, the other thing too is there. I don't know if you saw this, but they just recently released the last manga chapter where they had Frieza Black, where Frieza essentially got a new form, which is pretty cool.
Did he have to pick black?
The amount of memes that are going on about this one thing
exactly.
about like it is all over Twitter right now.
I still haven't seen anything about it. I decided I'm like, whatever. If it comes, it comes. I don't know.
At this point, I'm so curious to see what's happening that it's made me want to go. I have yet to read the manga.
Go read the manga.
I want to go read the manga now.
I've considered it.
Yeah, I mean,
Considered it, but
from what I hear, it's quite good. It's actually really good because you got to think it takes everything that the show did, and it's like, yo, that's a mistake. Tweak that. Yo,
Yeah,
you know what I
and
mean?
then continues past.
Yeah, and then yeah, it continues past it, and there's like a few. There's like I think there are about 2 arcs ahead of the TV show because they had like the Morio. I think it's like Morio arc, and then they had like the sort of,
Moro
and then they're like
and
granola right now. It's like granola
what?
arc.
Mm,
They just finished
eh.
the granola arc, and so this is
I
where.
think there's 3. What about the galactic space peoples?
What do you mean?
Didn't they have an arc about um the galactic police or whatever?
I know that guy has his own manga, but I don't know if
Well,
there was.
he's yeah.
I don't know if that was like maybe like a downtime.
He was something that Toriyama's been trying to get off the ground for a while. So
Yeah, it's like how they had like Arale in Super for an episode. I don't know. He. I think the thing I like about Toriyama is he's like, no, all of this is this. All of everything I've created is in the same universe. I think that's kind of funny. And I don't know if you
yeah.
remember the Super episode where like Arale shows up and she fights Vegeta, and Vegeta's like,
Yes.
I can't fight her. She's a joke character. I'm never gonna be able to beat her.
Yeah.
And just sort of like meta like commentary on it.
She is a joke character. She's literally invincible.
Yeah,
She's just an invincible little robot girl.
totally.
Dr. Slump.
Dr. Slump. I have no idea what that's
Shake
about.
my head. It's just a joke. Just a joke manga.
I might check it out. But yeah, man. So my week was consisted of that. I feel like I had like something else that had happened. Oh yeah, have you ever had a coworker that was just like very much like acts like a manager, but he's not a manager?
Oh, yeah, of course. The little mini managers. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So like this person came into work and was essentially like, "Hey, where have you been?" Because for whatever reason, I didn't see them for most of my shift. Like they were in a different. They were always in a different place. Like it's like, oh, so have you been doing this the whole time? And it's like at that. I mean, when people ask me those things, I tend to be like, I tend to not try to pay attention to them, or I try to not give them the answer that they want because I shouldn't have to answer to a coworker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course not.
Maybe that's.
I'd be like, I don't know, ask my manager. Anyway.
Right, yeah. Well, that's the thing is there's no manager on at that time.
Oh, sucks for them, I guess.
Yeah. And
they were the kind of kids that were like hall monitors in school.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
There's like this air of like superiority to them where it's like essentially they get to work when they get to work at like, a couple hours before my shift ends. And they wind up doing more than their job title is. So so they go over other people's work as they're going through.
Yeah. They're just trying to move up in the world, I guess.
Sure. I just hate the fact that like like how some people don't have yet to realize that there is no reward for hard work inside of a corporate or inside of a workplace.
Yep.
Like it's either you're going to be given something or they're not going to give it to you at all.
Yep. It's life.
Yeah, like hard work does not pay off unless you're working for yourself. I gotta specify
statement, right?
Yes,
even if you're working for someone else, they can acknowledge you. It's just extremely rare.
Yeah. Really, what it comes down to is people who get promotions or raises are only given usually only given to for like if management likes you.
Yeah.
and they
exactly.
want you to be in a certain position if you think like them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't. I tend to not like. I used to do that too, where I was like, I'd go to work and I'm going to work hard and move up in this, and then that never happened. You know, I would bust my ass, and then what wound up happening?
What? No,
What wound up happening was I just wound up doing more work than everybody, and
exactly.
I wound up like resenting them.
Yeah.
So
it's just not worth it.
it's really not worth
it. It sounds like jaded and doom and gloom, but it's just not.
Yeah. And so like I tend to get frustrated at them because it's like, again, it's like, oh, where you been? I've been here since this time. Why haven't I seen you? You know, it's just like, could you just leave me alone, please? Like, you know, stop worrying about what I'm doing. And
Yeah.
You do a lot here, and you probably do more if you just thought about yourself and only yourself. But anyway,